Alright guys, and welcome to another video from JPL Just Plain Lazy with me, Sean, and today we'll be once again looking at the Hauppauge HD PVR. This time we'll be focusing on the software installation of the device. Now what you'll need for this is the quick installation guide and of course the software disk. Now you'll already have to have the device plugged in to obviously your TV, your console and to your laptop or PC. Make sure the device is powered on, then we can stick the CD in. And get underway. Alright guys, so once the CD boots up, you'll get the autoplay screen. Also, when the device was first plugged in via USB to your laptop, you may find that in the bottom right hand corner a notification pops up saying install new hardware. You'll want to cancel this as the install will fail if you do try to have Windows install the drivers for the device. You only want to install the drivers from the CD itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the setup, wait for this to start, and this will open up the wizard. So the first thing you want to do is select English or your preferred language of choice and then install drivers. So it'll ask to check whether your Hauppauge HD PVR is powered on and connected. In this case we have already done so, so we'll just click OK. Here we just have the drivers installing. This may take some time. And once the drivers have successfully installed, you'll get this message on screen. And as easy as that, the drivers are installed. So next we'll want to install the Arcsoft Total Media Extreme application, which is the application we will use to actually record our gameplay. So first we'll click on this, wait for it to load up. And as you can see, the setup wizard has now appeared. We've got some options on the top here that we can select from. I'm just going to leave these as a default. And I'm going to wait for the progress to finish and then we'll be ready to install. So here we have the first of the software applications we're going to install, the Hauppauge WinTV IR Blaster. Now we're just going to go through the steps. Next, agree, and install. After a quick installation, that one's completed and we're on to the next one. So here we have the select language option here appearing. Obviously choose your language, click OK, and we'll just wait for the install wizard to begin. And once again this will be a simple click through the options, agreeing to the terms and conditions, designate a folder to install the application on, which I'm just going to leave it as the default destination. And I'm going to leave all these ticked here, all the options. And once again I'm going to allow it to create the program folders. And off we go. So after a few minutes, the Arcsoft Total Media Extreme application will have installed. You'll get the complete screen. Here you just need to click Finish, which will exit this, and the last of the updates will finish. And that's all there is to it. So we'll just click OK. Tell us that we'll need to restart the system, so I'm going to say no for now, but you will want to restart. So I will restart the computer now and then I'll finish the tutorial. Alright guys, so once your computer has restarted, you should find that the Total Media Extreme has added a shortcut to your desktop. If not, you can always find this in the Start menu, go to your Programs list, and here you'll see Arcsoft Total Media Extreme, so you can open it from either one. So when the application opens, you'll see you're given 4 options: record video, create a disk, play a video, or the utilities. Here we want to record a video, as we want to record our gameplay. So as you can see, this has brought up the capture module, which is where we'll do our recording. Here at the top we have the source, which is obviously the Hauppauge HD PVR. Down here you'll have the video input. As you can see, it's currently set to the component cable YPRPB. Down here we have your audio input, which you can switch between RCA back, RCA front, and SP diff, which will be your optical in. Next we have PC audio mode, device settings. Here you can change settings such as brightness, contrast and hue, and format settings. Here you can adjust the quality, as well as your audio encoding, as well as various other options. And below this we have the options to select which console we'll be using. Here I've got mine set to PlayStation 3, but down here you can also select Xbox 360. Changing these options also changes the saved format of the recordings. Xbox 360 records to MP4, and PlayStation records to M2TS. Below here we have the checkbox to enable preview and recording, which basically means that we'll have the preview of what's happening on our screens on here, and for hardware acceleration. Below here we have the folder location where our videos will be saved to. As mentioned, this is the preview screen, so what is shown or outputted onto your TV will also be outputted onto here. This displays the duration of your current captured video, and here is where we start to capture. Now at this point I'm going to turn on the console and TV, and we'll see how we get this all up and running. Alright guys, so now that we've got the software installed, it's time to turn on our console. Now the first thing you may need to do is switch over the video output of your console. At the moment I've got mine set to HDMI, I'm sure most of you will as well, and as we're having to use a component cable we're going to have to switch over to that. So just turn the console on. Obviously I'm using the PS3. Now I'm not sure exactly how you change this on the Xbox 360, but I'm sure you'll know if you own one, or you can find out online. So what I'm going to need to do, first I'll turn on the controller, move across to display settings, go into that, video output settings, and I'll need to switch this over to component D-terminal. Click next, change. So now we need to change the source on our TV to tell it that we are inputting by a component instead of HDMI. So here we have component in, and as you can see we have the same image displayed on both the TV and the laptop. So I'm going to accept these settings. Now here you want to make sure that you do not select 1080p, because component cannot support 1080p output. So you can select 576, 720 and 1080i. But to be fair, most games run at 720p on the PlayStation at least. So here we are. We'll accept those settings. Next it'll ask you to set your audio output settings. So we'll go into here. You want to select audio input, connector, SCART, AV multi. And then enter again, and we're done. So, as you can see, I'm scrolling through the options on the TV, there's a slight delay, but you gain it on the previous screen on the laptop as well. And that's all there is to it. So now I'll give you a quick demonstration of a recording. So to begin recording, all we need to do is simply click the capture button, and you're ready to go. So we'll just have a quick demo here. Got Sonic 2 on classic game. slow save I've got from a previous playthrough. So one final thing to note is that if you did previously have your console plugged in via HDMI, you will want to unplug that, because when you turn, for instance, the PlayStation 3 back on, it pops up with a message saying that it's recognised the HDMI is plugged in and do you want to switch this to that output. So to avoid that, you just want to unplug the HDMI, whether it be from the TV or the console itself. I'm not sure if it's the same for Xbox 360, but you might want to do that also. And if you ever do want to go back to your HDMI, just plug it in again and you're ready to go. Just make sure you do change your settings in the video output. So I hope that's been useful. I hope I've solved any problems you've had with installing the software, and if you do have any other problems, please leave a comment down below and hopefully we'll get back to you or someone else in the community will. So that's goodbye from me, Sean, here at JPL. Thanks for watching. See you next time.